Alright, welcome back. Today we are in Dune Awakening, and I'm going to talk to you about the Floor Fabricator. So as you can see, I have the Advanced Vehicle Fabricator under the floor. Turn it on, everything works just fine, I can build stuff, everything's happy, and it is sitting within a half floor. Now this, you have two options with this. We have acres of floor, so I decided to build a double layered floor here, just in case, I don't know, I forgot to pay the bills one time. It gives an extra layer before that carrier falls through. So we're going to show you how he did this one. Keep in mind, this one here takes up this space, this space, this space. It takes up a 9-block radius. So we're going to come over here. We're going to go right next to it. We're just going to... Now for this one, because it has a ramp down, I'm going to take one more block. So this is your space. Now I'm going to put a little ramp right here. Yeah, so now I can get down to it. The back, it doesn't really matter. It's all underneath there. You can put something on it. You don't have to put something on it. We're going to show you what happens here. So with these, you actually have a lot of space in here. There's a whole heap and lot of space. You can put tight, you put far, it's all up to you. Do what you want. So we're going to stick this in here. Now what I want to say is you cannot just place a Solido and build over it and call it a day and come back later when you have enough mats. No. You have to come in, you have to disable it before it will allow you to build. So now if I go, and we want to put some light in there, it really is this easy. Now, there is one block that you can't do anything with. This block right here is always going to be open, and that's okay because you have to access it anyway. Now, let's say for some reason you are limited in space. So if you're limited in space, I'm going to show you another option here. Alright, so let's go right on top of this guy here. Let's do this kind of like... that. So now I got a fabricator on top of a fabricator. Cool. But we want to have less space used here. So what we're going to do, this is if you have, say, a tax haven base, for example. We're going to come in here. We're going to go back and use whatever you want for your blocks. Okay, so I need to move it back just a hair. Alright, we'll go all the way back then. Alright, we'll just go all the way back. So it's touchy. So now what you have is you have a ramp up on two sides, and we're going to put in a little roof. We're going to do the same thing, just because, why not? Let's get a little bit of light on it. Alright, so you don't have to do the sides, but you probably would for your situation do the side. So I'm going to show you an example of how this would be in a space that is, say, a tax haven base. Alright, we are now in my very small tax haven base, and you can see that I have one in here as well. So it is just jammed all up in here. I've got a balcony that goes over it. I've got stairs that go over it. This is actually the hangar. So in this space, we would have our assault, so the tail wings go that way, and it can go this way, or I can park this up there on that ledge, but you can see this is still fully functional. And it allows us, the reason I did this is to bring it up one, so I had, half I should say, so I had enough space in here to do a few decorations, but also allow me to get this in here in a very, very small package. If you look here, this base is a tax haven base, so it is taking up only a sub-fief in its size, and it's a unique one. It's one of the very, very few that are 7.5 stories tall. Most people make them 6.5 stories, but I figured out a way to do 7.5. But you can see it's a very small space, so I needed the room to put that in the floor. but I didn't really have the kind of space that I did in the guild hall on the other character. So yeah, works out very nicely. I did have another ramp there and decided to put a balcony over it at one point, but it's a unique way to just get more space out of one vertical chunk of volume by putting it in the floor. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.